The heavy rainfall of 28th of August 2017 in most parts of Makurdi metropolis left over 2,000 houses submerged, leaving families stranded. The new welfare quarters, Mobile Police Barrack Road, still under construction, has been divided into two by the flood. Over 193 houses have been illegally built on 7 of the 11 city-wide streams in Makurdi. A 2016 report from the Benue State Urban Development Board indicates that individuals had between 2008 to 2015 acquired land without processing the necessary certificate of occupancy and building approvals, erect structures and water channels, thereby obstructing the free flow of water. The state governor Samuel Otom finds out that the houses have been indiscriminately built along water plains. He immediately orders demolition of the structures.
We must give the people guide and direction. And the people too should listen to us. Where you're not given a certificate of occupancy and you just come and build on water channel, and you're causing inconvenience to legitimate owners of the land. Okay, look at the inconvenience they are causing now to the people. So we have no alternative. Once we're able to do away with the legal encumbrances that we have, we're going to demolish. I think that is the way to go. And it will serve as a deterrent to others to appreciate that government directives must be obeyed.
In Rivers State, South Nigeria, the state governor Nyesom Wike arrives Trans-Amadi Road, Port Harcourt, where an ongoing construction work has been stalled for a while due to obstructing structures. The structures must be pulled down, and the governor is here to supervise the demolition. Some can only stand by and watch. In Edo State, also in the South region, the state government declares its commitment to enforce all physical and town planning laws in the state by restoring the integrity of the state's environment's master plan. This is after the demolition of a new ultra-modern shopping complex at Mission Road in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Over 100 traders paid for shops in the demolished building.
Up and down. No market, nothing. Everybody now lap of money. Now we tell they do market. Now we don't. They don't frustrate us. We are the one make you go. Make it God not do market. Make everybody go there. The frustration is too much. As me being, I not look my body. Lap when I tell the trade market, they don't seize everything. My market don't show. Lap they drum me. This one a frustration. That's why they say no more bike. And my husband and I they house. Only me go they feed the whole children. Now they say no market women again. Okay, where we want to go? If they're the portion base now, they will know where we tell us to make it go. Make them show us where we want to go. But we come up for a year. And that one.
According to Chapter L5 of the Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, The Land Use Act is an act to vest all land compromised in the territory of each state solely in the governor of the state, who would hold such land in trust for the people and would henceforth be responsible for allocation of land in all urban areas to individuals resident in the state and to organizations for residential, agriculture, commercial and other purposes, while similar powers will, with respect to non-urban areas, are conferred on local governments. For the General Manager of the Benue State Urban Development Board, Mr. Richard Agua, demolishing illegal or weak structures to avert disasters as flood or building collapse is a necessary government decision.
Like we have the Kanshi water channel, about 20 structures blocking it. Ampa quarters, 8 illegal developments. Ukoho stream has about 9. Demekwe water channel has about 44. Kwege has about 17. Ambila water channel has about 36. Ukorodu has about 14. Aye has about 18. And then Okpala stream has about 27. So we have a total of 193 structures that have been marked for demolition on these water channels. These illegal structures, we had a report that was submitted to the Benue State Executive Council for consideration. Do not forget that most of these structures were built before this administration came into office. And, being an issue that has to do with politics, let it not be that, the APC government has come to witch hunt what the previous administration has done. So ESCO has not considered the report to give us a go-ahead to carry out the demolitions. But I'm sure, looking at the gravity of the flood we have now, they will not hesitate to give us the approval to carry out the demolition.
Mr. Moses Chair, a legal expert, will not agree to the demolition of structures without compensation to the victims.
When you talk of illegal structure not approved, there are houses or designated areas that government actually designed for particular building to be developed on that particular land. Those are the approved structures, you understand? Some other land are not be even laid out, but they are owned by the community. Most of those individuals acquire those land through the customary land owners, you understand? It's when you acquire through the customary owners that you proceed the Minister of Land and Survey to process your C of O, certificate of occupancy. That is accepted. But to say it is only a land issued to you by the government that can be said to be a land acquired legally. That is not right. We know the government, if the government is aware that those structures are standing on the water channel and they are built illegally, he have to compensate those people by whether financially or finding some alternative accommodation for them.
Ima Ibediro is also a legal practitioner. He agrees that the government must compensate whenever it takes over dilapidated buildings, but this is negotiable.
For instance, in most things they are doing about the urban renewal in Lagos and Were, if, for instance, Lagos was built for a population of 2 or 3 million people at that time, and activities have grown so much that our population has increased that those facilities can no longer take care, of the population, then something has to be done. Either the roads needs to be expanded, or that certain buildings need to be brought down to make sure that greater access are created. Approvals for those buildings. Then the issue of compensation comes up, and it will be, usually, it is expected that if people have gotten approval for the building of that house at that time, compensation should come in. And these compensations, because it will be wrong to also give to the government a compensation that is impossible to pay. In other words, giving government with the right hand and also taking with the left hand. If you give government a compensation that will impoverish the finances of that government, that means, in other words, you have given the government a high jump you not expect it to fly. So it's a subject of negotiation between the government and the people. And when that is done, it is expected that government should also act and pay a certain level of compensation to the people if they can prove that they have adequate approvals. But in most cases, people who tell you they have approvers may not have approvers. May not have approvers because if you look at maybe the master plan, if people ignore that master plan and begin to build because nobody is raising any eyebrow, if they're waiting for it, thinking that it has gone, life has a way of bringing back things. The day of reckoning will one day come. The occupation of such property for that period of time and probably recoup your expenses. It will not lie in your mouth to be to shout compensation when actually, ab initio, you have no approval to be there.